my wonderful friend, Erica Dhawan. Erica, fantastic thinker, one of the Thinkers 50 leaders of the future. You went to undergraduate school at Wharton, graduate degrees from Harvard and MIT, and the world's expert at connectional intelligence. Question number one for you. How is connectional intelligence different? Tell me, what does it mean, and how does it differ than networking?
Well, first of all, it's great to be here, Marshall. Thank you so much again for having me. So a lot of the ways that we measure relationships, especially in the digital world, is through the quantity of our connections. How many LinkedIn followers we have, how many Twitter followers. But in my work and research, what I found is we really have to shift that notion from quantity to quality. Because in today's over-connected era, having a lot of networks doesn't necessarily lead to measurable change. The key is the skill of how you really cultivate the connections you already have to drive breakthroughs. And so connectional intelligence is that skill of how you enable and leverage the connections you already have to create value. So just as game-changing as emotional intelligence was in the 90s, which taught us all really important traits of how to relate with one another, in our connected era, we can't just rely on EQ when most of the time we're not in a room with one another. We're working on global, virtual teams. We need to figure out how to really tap into the power of all of our networks in new and different ways. And oftentimes we find that some of the greatest ideas are deep within our own relationships. We just have to be willing to be curious, to ask, to be courageous, to think about new ways of leveraging those networks, and to forge communities over time that create big results.
I love it. And you know, one thing I love about what you're doing is very consistent with the idea of learning from everyone around you.
Yes.
We do live in a connected world.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity to learn from people around you. And what I like about what you're doing is it goes beyond the just numbers.
Yes.
And gets into what does it really mean?
Yeah.
What's most important? I love what you're doing.
Thank you
so much.